Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum. Today we're in Sacred House in Birmingham with a very, very special guest, Shaykh Asim Yusuf.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So you were born and raised here in the UK,
Yeah.
and then you went over to South Africa where you lived for quite a while. How do you think living in a different country enriches your whole experience when it comes to dealing with people at the grassroots?
I think it massively enriches your experience. Just it broadens your horizons. You encounter different cultures. I mean, it really was. I mean, I was 16 when I went there, and it was a culture shock to go over there. So that the South African society was just coming out of apartheid at the time that we went over. And everyone very much thought it was natural to think along racial lines. So to hear people casually talk about, blacks and whites and Indians and so forth was very, very odd when you came from a very PC sort of, Labour voting, Manchester. But it's, it definitely enriches you and gives you an appreciation for different cultures and allows you, I think, critically, to see past stereotypes. And that's, I think we fall prey to this a lot. We stereotype people. Having experienced people who have a different culture to you, I think helps you, doesn't make it inevitable, but it helps you to really break out from that trap of stereotyping.
So you're based in Wolverhampton.
Yes.
And I believe you work in a hospital. Can you tell me a little bit about?
Yeah, I work in a hospital called Penn Hospital. It is a psychiatric hospital because I'm a psychiatrist. And it's very nice. I enjoy it. It's not easy work emotionally because you're dealing with. Just before coming here, I had to go and see a young lady who was on the verge of killing herself because she had just delivered a baby and social services had removed the baby from her. And it wasn't very nice. It wasn't very easy to sit through. But somebody has to be there, people like that, and sometimes that somebody is me.
So continuing on this theme of service and serving people and being where they are, I understand you're involved in a few different initiatives as well, like a soup kitchen. You do lots of work for charities and different events. Let's come back to the soup kitchens. Can you tell me a little bit about that work and how you're involved and how it came about?
Well, what we came across a church in the centre of Wolverhampton, run by a lovely chap called Brother Stephen, who's been doing this for many years. They needed some help, and we said, something, we'll step in. We'll help you out. So we've got a very good relationship with the church. There are Christian organisations that will come and there are Sikh organisations that will come and do it. And now there is a Muslim organisation as well. And what we do is we feed the homeless, whoever comes. We feed the homeless of Wolverhampton once a month, and we're looking to expand that out to other areas now because the volunteers. I mean, yes, I'm there and I do it, but really it's the volunteers that do most of the work. I'm just one of the volunteers there, although it's headed through the foundation. The foundation that we run is what organises it. But when I'm there, whether it's a broom or whether it's taking food to people or whether it's being in the kitchen, you do what you need to do.
So you mentioned walking in the cold and the rain. This is for a charity project, is it not?
This is a charity project with Sacred Knowledge Trust, SKT Welfare, who are raising funds for winter funds for Syrian refugees. People are going to have raised funds. You have to raise, I think, £50 in order to qualify for the walk, and we're going to go for a walk and I get to talk, I think.
So the idea behind this is you've been involved in this charity initiative, encouraging more people to come to raise money for Syrian refugees and buying winter kits for them.
In this case, it's Syrian refugees. There are other things. I mean, one of the chaps who started off with us, one of our students, who started off, helping in the soup kitchen and stuff, has started up his own initiative, which is a women's support fund, which is for battered women and people who suffer from domestic violence, to support them. We're supporting that as we support that as well. So, as you said, we were inspired in terms of this by other people. Hopefully, other people will be inspired by what we do to do their own little thing, and it's really important. I'm very big, even when I teach and stuff. I'm very, very big on connecting with nature. This is the Quran is the book of Allah, and nature is another book of Allah. And when you're in nature, and that's not just when there's nice weather and the sun's shining, but when it's as we're about to do, as we're about to do tomorrow, in the cold and the rain. Well, that's also nature, and it's part of experiencing it.
In regards to, you're talking about teaching Bukhari and Muslim, I understand you're also involved in teaching classes. Is that here in Birmingham?
That's in Walsall. So there's a number of classes. I mean, I'm restricted by time, obviously. So one of the classes is called the Path to Salvation, and that's a comprehensive program aimed at adults. But the aim of that is to teach you everything. I say everything, 80% of what you need to know, to give you sufficient religious understanding and guidance to deal with 80% of what you're going to come across in the course of your life. And it's holistic in the sense that it's not just about how do I pray, and what do I believe, but it's a very strong emphasis on good character, and a very strong emphasis on ethics, actually, being ethical, being a good person, and how that transpires. And so we'll do the belief and fiqh and so forth, but we'll also do formal studies of character. We'll look at marriage, etiquette in etiquette and adab, and good character in marriage, in trade, and so on and so forth.
And in all of the different areas of work you're involved in, what's the biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge that any of us face is the worst parts of ourselves, and that's any of us. That's whether it's me, whether it's anyone else. And overcoming that is critical. We have the answers inside ourselves. All of us do. We have the answers inside ourselves. The problem is, you need to look into a mirror to see it, and sometimes we don't like what we see in the mirror, so we don't look, and we never find the problem. So, helping people to recognize that both the problem and the solution lies within. Often the solution is buried under the problem. Both of them lie within. That's the biggest challenge.
Thank you for sharing your wisdom, and thank you for inspiring us with sharing the stories and all the wonderful initiatives what you're involved in, and we hope that other people see this as an example and they can follow suit. May Allah give you the best of rewards in this life and the next. Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.